Hello and welcome back to This Is Your Life. I am Queen Vanshay Tarot, and today I will be doing a suggestion read on Chris Brown. So thank you to the young lady who asked me to do this reading. All of the cards have been pre-shuffled with Chris Brown in mind. It is April 19th. It is a Saturday, and it is approximately 12:40 p.m. All right, so let's get started. Um, I wanted to start off using past life cards for Chris Brown, simply because of, I know how Chris Brown was back in the day, and I read something recently about him being diagnosed with bipolar, which I was not aware of. So I wanted to use the past life cards just to start off his reading. All right, so let's see. Hmm. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have forgiveness. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. All right. So, um, and it was 1:11 on the clock. So let's see. All right. So we have forgiveness and we also have male and female. Now, I know that by using these cards for other people, that the male and the female basically says, in a past life, he could have more than likely been a female as well as a male. All right. When it comes to Chris Brown's past lives, can I get three cards, please? We still have that at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Okay. Can I get three cards for Chris Brown regarding his past life? Can I get two more cards, please? One more card, please, for Chris Brown regarding his. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. um, so we have these three cards that came out, and I think it's really important that the forgiveness card showed up a few times when I was shuffling. So I like the fact that we have this card right here, and it talks about the arts, and it's a little guitar right here. So it kind of makes sense because we know, he's a entertainer. He entertains us with his music and with his dancing. Now, this right here is a little interesting as well because it says spouse. All right. So let's just look up what spouse means. I mean, we know what spouse means, whatever the case may be, but sometimes it could be like a little different. So let's just see what it says here. Mm, mm, mm. So let me just read it. It says, spouse. You draw this card because you question relates to marriage, relationships in this life or a previous one. Perhaps your current spouse is someone whom you share a romantic or relationship before. If you are single at the present, your future spouse is likely from your past lifetime. In some cases, lovers reunite across centuries and share a undyingly bond of true love. This is what is usually referred to as a soul mate. Drawing this card can signify that the person you are inquiring about is in fact that individual. Okay, so it's interesting that this card has came out for him regarding past lives because we all know that Chris Brown has had have been in different relationships with different females throughout his career, you know. And I don't, he's never been married before. So it's interesting that it talks about this being soulmate in marriage. So I guess that could be what he's looking for, because I don't think he's linked to anyone, like tied like that for real or whatever. I'm not for sure, but that is interesting that spouse came out. Now let's see what this one has to say. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Unrequited love. Unrequited love right here. Man. So, in a past life, Chris Brown has had a lot of different relationships. Some that he actually wanted, with spouse being here, and some with unrequited love that he did not like. And I feel like that makes a lot of sense with everything, you know, that has went on in his relationships, the many different females that he done been with, the abusive type of situations that Rihanna has been in with him. I'm not for sure about any other females at this point in time. But listen, at the bottom of the deck, look what we have. We have imprisonment or slavery. So in a past life, I'm guessing, he was either a slave, or B, he was in prison for one reason or another, which is also, look, and I turned right to it, which is also interesting to me. Let me read this. It says, this card signifies that you spent time in prison or in slavery. Your rights were taken away from you, as well as your dignity and freedom. You are now free, but you still may harbor fears related to that lifetime. For example, you may feel claustrophobic in confined spaces or on an airplane, or you may have developed a form of Stockholm syndrome, where you feel empathetic towards those who are abused. On the other hand, I said abused. Okay. Your experience can also make you feel exquisite compassionate towards those who suffer. You may devote yourself to defending underdogs and bringing more love and justice to the world. To heal any rituals, fears from previous lifetimes, remember the details of the past life to loosen the shackles and free yourself from symptoms. Channel your autistic feelings and tendencies in helping society. Acts of kindness and compassion heals individuals as well as the world. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. That card would come out. That would be at the bottom of the deck. Freedom and feeling as if your dignity and freedom has been taken away from you. Jesus, this is crazy. Claustrophobic. And then look, this card moved to the side, and once I pulled this one up, it talks about karmic relationships. So it's like many times in his life, he has pretty much suffered the same thing when it comes to his relationships because of his past life. And in order to break that chain, something needs to happen in order for him to have a more loving type of relationship when it comes to the women that he end up being with. Okay, so let me just put these to the side right here. So we have imprisonment, karmic relationships for past lives, unrequited love, spouse, and the arts. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Now let's jump into the Soul's Lesson journey cards. So in order for me to understand what's currently going on with him. I like to see what's going on inside with him. All right. So once again, these cards have been pre-shuffled with Chris Brown in mind. And at the bottom of the deck, we have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Okay. Cut the deck. Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Okay. So I guess when it comes to his souls, he's dealing with adversity, but he's learning that the challenges are the best way for him to learn. The death card being here, you know, it's not the end of something, it's actually the beginning of something new. So that's what his soul knows. That's what his soul is dealing with. All right. When it comes to Chris Brown's soul, what's currently going on with him? Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Okay, now. Can I get 2 more cards for Chris Brown, please? When it comes to his soul, what else is going on with him? 2 more cards, please. Jesus. Woo, woo, shit. Man, that was crazy how those just popped out like that. My. Okay, we got this one face down, so let's just look at the ones that I can see. All right, so we have, he dealing with a lot. I never get these many cards for nobody. Okay, celebrity or not, I never get these many cards. But we have honesty, and it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can accept it. I can expect it from myself, which is really a good thing, you know, especially by him being who he is. People will tell him whatever it is they feel he wants to hear. But 9 times out of 10, they're not necessarily being 100% honest with him. But at the end of the day, like you said, I know I can be honest with myself. Ain't no need for me to lie to myself, you know? Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. All right? And then we have blame. And it says, I accept my responsibilities for my well-being. So when it comes to Chris Brown, I guess whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever the case may be, his soul is saying, I accept my responsibility for my well-being. And then here we have surrender, and it talks about I can release my need to control. So I guess at some point in time, you know, he is a Taurus. So you have to understand how them Tauruses can be. So I guess with surrender, I can release my need to control. So this is what his soul wants him to know, that you can release your need to control, because you're not going to be able to control everything. The only thing that we as humans can control is our own selves. We can't control how A, B, and C feels. We can't control about how A, B, and C think. But we can control how we feel, how we think, what we do, what we don't do. And that's just it. Now let's see what this one says. Envy. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Different challenges. That is interesting to me. Because you would think that a person like Chris Brown wouldn't envy anybody simply because he is who he is. But I don't think it's envy like money or anything like that. Hell, it could be the fact that, hey, this person is in a happy relationship and I'm not. It could be something as simple as that. But like it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have patience. And it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. Okay. In divine order. Okay? It happens when it's supposed to happen. You can't control that. You have to allow it to happen in divine order when you're in alignment. Bottom line. And then when I remove patience, we have service. I feel good when I can help others, followed by freedom and trust. And perseverance is right up under there, okay? I'm not going to pull too many cards because I got a feeling it's going to be a long reading. All right. So I'm just going to move these cards right over here and keep it moving. All right. Fix them up later. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say. What do I want to ask? Here's the good question. When Chris Brown is alone and by himself, how do he feel about himself currently? So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. Okay, so this is good. Remember, these cards have been pre-shuffled with Chris Brown in mind. All right, so the question is, when Chris Brown is alone and by himself, how does he feel? How does he feel about himself? Hold on. Cut the deck. And right here, we have the Ace of Cups. So when he's alone, he actually feels he's creative. He's in his spirituality. And then look, we have proposal and marriage. So this is what I'm getting based off of the cards earlier with the past life. When he's alone and by himself, it's like he visioned happiness. Happiness. With this Sun card and this Ace of Cups. Hold on a second. All right. He visioned happiness. Isn't that something when he's by himself, when he's alone? Let's see what else comes out. When Chris Brown is by himself, how does he feel about himself? Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance. All right. So temperance is basically just patience, harmony, balance. And then right here we have creative opportunities, curiosity, sensitivity, dreamer, and love. I actually like this. Oh, freak, stop it. Stop it. I don't know what the freak that this thing is doing. But anyway, let's go. Can I get 3 cards, please? For Chris Brown and how he feels when he's by himself. How does he feel about himself when he's alone? 3 cards, please. 2 more. Ooh. more cards, please. And Chris Brown is a... There we go. All right. So we got... Oh, shit. Here we go. So, we have these... 4 cards came out. I only wanted 3, but as I said, he does seem to be one who has a lot going on. So we have 4 that's actually face down. And we have this Temperance card again. And Temperance talks about balance and harmony and patience and moderation and purpose and finding meaning. So when he's alone, and how he feels about himself is he feels balanced, you know. It's like he finds purpose. It's like he's at peace, to be honest. This is how it's seeming. This is a major arcana here. All right. Now, this card at the bottom of the deck is also interesting, but before I reveal it, let's just see what these say right here. Oh, Lord. Oh, shit. Why? Oh, Lord. So, here we go. Listen. I know to y'all, they might seem like they're in the correct position, but to me, they're in the reverse. So, we have, right here, we have the 5 of Cups. And the 5 of Cups talks about acceptance and moving on. Oh, listen, and finding peace. Ain't that what I said? Didn't I say, like, when he's alone, you know, it's like he accepts that. And he finds peace with that. And we have self-forgiveness, right? Didn't forgiveness come out like a few times with the past life cards? So when he's by himself and how he feels about himself, it's like he accepts himself for what it is, for who he is. And he's finding peace with that, okay? Even at times, if it may cause some type of setbacks or something like that, he forgives himself. So that's interesting to me. Okay. The next card we have is the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles is also in the reverse. And the 5 of Pentacles talks about recovery, spiritual poverty, and it talks about improvement and clarity. So once again, when he's by himself, it's like he has clarity and improvements and spiritual poverty, but he finds clarity. It talks about recovery from financial loss. The way I'm peeping at is that, hey, if you ain't out here partying with A, B, and C, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of keep some of that money. You know, that's how I'm looking at that with the 5 of Pentacles being here in the reverse. And he actually is a Taurus, and this is Taurus right here. Okay. Right here, we have the 3 of Cups. It is actually in the reverse. And it talks about overindulgence. It talks about heavy partying. It talks about isolation. It talks about independence in alone time. And it talks about 3s of crowd and gossip. So, you know, when he's by himself, alone, and how he feel about himself, you know, he feels as if, you know, yeah, maybe I did over party a little bit too much, you know. Some alone time is needed. 3 is a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. That's what it say. That's what it say. Then we have this card, which is the 7 of Wands, not 7 of Wands, I'm sorry, which is the 7 of Swords. And it talks about coming clean, rethinking, approach, deception, self-defeat, and keeping secrets. So when he's alone and by himself, it's like he comes clean. He thinks about a lot of different things, you know. He may often feel as if sometimes people are keeping secrets from him, and he may feel a little defeated at times, you know, but it is what it is, you know. And I think this is very interesting. I really do. But then at the end of the day, it always comes back to this. And this is in the correct position. And it's the Two of Cups, and it talks about unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. So it always comes back to this, being in a relationship with someone who is in the relationship for him, not because of who he is and what he can do, but someone who truly loves him for who he is, meaning unconditionally. Like, if I didn't have this money, would you still be with me? If I didn't have these cars, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't Chris Brown, the star, would you still love me? Would you still want to be with me? It always seems to go back to that. And then once I remove the Two of Cups, we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card talks about judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, reckoning, awakening, redemption, and forgiveness and mercy. That's just crazy. I mean, in a good way. It's crazy in a good way. All right, so I'm gonna move these cards over and keep it moving. All right. I'll put these back to the side because I more than likely will need them again. So I would like to use these cards right here. These are the Kipper cards. And I would like to ask, deep down inside, well, I guess shit, we already know that. But let's just ask anyway. Deep down inside, what does Chris Brown care about the most? This is what I'm going to ask Kipper. All right. So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We have house. Okay. So I could say his home, you know, not saying that he cares about his home, not saying like $1 million or $3 million mansion, nothing like that, but he cares about his home, where he lives at, things of that nature. Let's cut it. I split the deck. We have despair. Okay. So I guess sometimes it's possible that, you know, he goes through some things with despair being here. All right. So let's go. When it comes to Chris Brown, deep down inside, what does Chris Brown really care about the most? The house in despair is like losing it all. Losing it all. That's what I'm getting. When it comes to Chris Brown, deep down inside, what does he care about the most? His gift. He cares about his gift, which is his talent. That's how he's able to have the house that he has. So he cares about his gift. That's how I'm reading that. At the bottom of the deck, we have sudden wealth. All right. Deep down inside, Can I get 3 cards, please? When it comes to Chris Brown, what does he... Okay. 2 more cards. Shit. Interesting. Whew. This is crazy. So, this is what I'm getting. We have privileged lady. We have concern. We have imprisonment. We have message of concern, followed by expectations. Now, I could read this at least 3 different ways. I could read this like this, with privileged lady being here. When I think of a privileged lady, obviously I think of someone who has a lot going on for themselves, right? Especially when it comes to money and social status, right? And then right next to it, we have concern. So this is how I'm reading this. Deep down inside, it seems as if he could be concerned about, this is what he cares about the most, being with someone, you know, that is considered a privileged lady, that may put him in a predicament where he would be in prison, with imprisonment being here. Remember when I was going through those cards, we had freedom. We had freedom here. So this is something that that is a concern for him, as it should be. Because remember, when I just said, when I saw the house and I seen despair, remember I just said he feels as if, I had got the message a little afterwards, he worries about it being all taken away from him, okay? Then we have message of concern right here, number 14, followed by expectations. I feel like he feels as if the women in his life, when it comes to concerns for him, it's more so expectations that they have. You know, they're concerned about their expectations when it comes to him. Now, I'm trying to figure out, is it expectations like, okay, I expect him to do this, I expect him to do that because of who he is. But at the end of the day, at the bottom of the deck, we have toil and labor. And it's more so like a chore for him. It's more so like a job, meeting the expectations of these women's that he end up being with. That's how I'm reading that. Okay? Let me see what's up under here. Look, see? Look. Didn't I say it felt like a job? It felt like a chore? And then look, right back to it. Despair. Why? Because of your great fortune. Followed by family room. House. Remember we had house? Family room. Followed by poverty. And then back to the sudden wealth. See what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. I'm going to keep it moving. This is a bit much for me. I'm going to just keep it moving. For real. Okay. I want to use these cards right here. These are the masculine archetype cards. And I just want to use these cards to see, is there anyone currently surrounding Chris Brown that's not for him, meaning that's not a positive person, that's not good for him. That's what I want to use these cards for. So is there anyone currently surrounding Chris Brown that shouldn't be around him? You know, how can I word that better? Is there anyone in Chris Brown's energy, surrounding Chris Brown energy, that shouldn't be? So let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. Whoa. Listen. It's funny. At the bottom of the deck, we have Lover. And these are the male architect cards. So it's mainly males in this deck, all males, but the Lovers is right here. So I don't know if he's currently in a relationship with anyone, but if he is, this person more than likely shouldn't be in his energy because they're not really there for him. Because that's what I asked the cards. But let's just keep going. That's crazy. Listen. You see that? Test and trials. Yeah. I mean, it's just basically what we just said with the Kipper. I don't know. It could be a male who hooked him up with this person right here. Because like I said, these are the male cards right here. But let's just keep going. When it comes to Chris Brown, is there anyone currently in his energy that shouldn't be? The bottom of the deck, we have Adventure. Land Steward. Can I get 3 cards, please, for anyone surrounding? 2 more cards, please. Is there anyone currently in Chris Brown's energies that shouldn't be? All right, come on now. 2 more. Tired. Nothing else wanted to come out. Now, I said, is there someone that shouldn't be? And it's interesting because this is actually a good card, but what I'm feeling is like it could be someone that's not teaching him the right things. You know, that's what I'm picking up on. So it looks like there could be someone surrounding his energy that's not teaching him the correct thing. All right, I couldn't get nothing else to come out. This could be someone that he spends time with playing basketball. It could be at least 3 people. Doesn't have to be. But the only reason why I say that is because we have the athletic. And it's 3 people right here. So it's almost like the way I'm reading this is the person that's in his energy is teaching him stuff that's not really good for him, and that could eventually cripple him in some type of way. You see what I'm saying? And then once I remove that card, we have this card right here. And it talks about refuse to change. So this is what I'm going to do. Now, I done said all of that. Now, I want to use the tarot. just for confirmation, because I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could read it like there's someone that's teaching him to not be crippled, but yet he refuses to change. Yet that was not the question that I had asked, you know. So let me just use my clarification cards, which are these right here. Okay. Look at that. At the bottom of the deck of these cards, we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Pentacles right here. And once again, this is this is Taurus right here. This is crazy. All right, so it says financial loss, lack of faith, mindset, isolation, worry, defeat, loneliness, insecure, fear, and low self-esteem. Once I do that, once I split it in half, we have the Three of Wands right here. Now remember, I said it could be three people. It could be three people. And this talks about preparation, progress, activities. Remember I said it'd be someone that he plays basketball with or something like that. It talks about overseas opportunities, expansion, and forward movement. All right. Okay. When it comes to the question, is there any male currently surrounding Chris Brown's energy that shouldn't be there? Based off of these cards, these three cards in front of me. Oh, shit. All right. Look at here. Look at here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. We have the Hermit card. And the Hermit talks about completion, wholeness, fulfillment, celebration of life, and arriving. There go them three. There it go again. So let's see. This card popped out first. Oh shit, it's more than one. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. All right. All right. This is what we have. So I asked for confirmation here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 cards here. And this is the crazy part right here. I remember I said it was 3 people I felt that could be surrounding him. And then look, we have the 3 of Hearts right here. And the 3 of Hearts, I said the 3 of Hearts, I'm sorry. The 3 of Swords. And we know the Swords talks about communication, right? And this teacher would have to be, obviously communicate with him some type of way, right? And we have heartbreak, suffering, grief, emotional pain, upset, delays, confusion, disloyal, and betrayal. Now here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. This is the kicker part right here. Right here, we have the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant, I'm sorry, fuck. We have the High Priestess, I'm sorry. We have the High Priestess. And the High Priestess talks about knowledge, and it talks about high morals and trusting yourself in wisdom, secrets, mystery, and hidden things of that nature. So 9 times out of 10, he knows that this person isn't good for him and shouldn't be in his energy. Not only does he knows it, we have the Hierophant here as well, okay? And the Hierophant talks about rules. It talks about social approval. It talks about wisdom, trust, and forgiveness. And moving forward, moving away from people that are not there for your greater good. With the Six of Swords being here, it talks about transitioning, moving on, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving to calmer waters, relationships ending. This is a situation that needs to end because it is not good for him. 9 times out of 10, he knows this already. You know, it could be someone that he grew up with. It could be anybody. I don't even know, but it could be anybody. But bottom line, they're not good to be for his, being in his energy. And then right here, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles talks about the fruits of our labor. It talks about rewards, luxury, self-sufficient, financial independence, and stability. That's the last card. The reward. Like once he moves away from this situation, things will continue to be on the up and up for him. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles right here. And the Queen of Pentacles talks about nurturing, practical, supportive, reliable, providing financially, and a working parent. Queen of Pentacles right here. Let me see what's after it. Yep. And then we have the Nine of Cups right here. Talk about which is coming true. Emotional stability, contentment, luxury. What else we got? The King of Cups. All right. Yeah, I really feel like, I'll put these cards back over here because I more than likely will need them again for confirmation. Yeah, I really feel like, there's just someone in his energy who doesn't need to be there because they're not there. Their intentions are not good. And he needs to move away from that, all right? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Okay? All right. Now, let's use these cards right here. These are the T cards, okay? These are the T cards. And once again, they have been pre-shuffled already with Chris Brown in mind. So let's see what the T is. All right. Ooh. So I guess the T is, it is girls fighting over him. Arguments, physical fights, at war, competing, so that's the T. So people could still be talking about the Rihanna situation, or it could just be arguments, regarding different females, competition, people trying to get his attention, whatever the case may be, with girl fight being here. Let's cut the deck. We have unfazed. So somebody is unfazed when it comes to this situation right here, whether it's him or whether it's another female. I don't know, but that's like some of the tea. But let's just keep going. When it comes to Chris Brown, what is the current tea? Hustling, making it rain, focusing on money and getting it. So he more than likely is the one that's unfazed because he trying to get the money. He trying to get the money. Ain't nothing wrong with it. All right. Once I split the deck, we do have child services right here. So someone could be talking, about his children and the way that they are taken care of, something to that extent. I don't know. What is the current tea? Can I get 3 cards? When it comes to shit. Go. Ugh. All right. Can I get 2 more cards, please? When it comes to Chris Brown, what is the current tea? Look at that. Fake flexing, acting rich, flosses money, acts fancy, show off. So some people could be feeling as if he's a show off because we know he's not fake flexing because we know he has the money. Well, I'm assuming he has the money. You know what I'm saying? 1 more card, please. When it comes to Chris Brown, what is the tea? Oh, shit. Here we go. The stuff's right there. So we have these cards here. All right. So the first one that came out, see, these 3 are face down, but the first one that came out was this one right here. Bad habits. And talks about drugs, addictions, and toxicity. So this is the tea. This is what people are talking about. They're talking about bad habits when it comes to Chris Brown. This is something that he's already aware of with this card popping up. Now let's see about these 3, because this may be something that he's not aware of. I don't know. Ooh. Spirituality hater. It says hate on you. This says hates on your spirituality, your light, and your magic power. Damn, that's fucked up. See, this might be something he's not aware of. It says hate, and then peep at the bottom of the deck. Look at the bottom of the deck. I usually don't show y'all this so soon, but it says shine. And it says, your light irritates their demons. Ain't that something? And then we have spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality, your light, your magic, and your power. Now, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Wow. Okay, I just got a message, but I'm not going to say it. I don't know if I should say it right now. Let's turn this over. Love on the brain. It says dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgia. So somebody thinks about the way things used to be with you guys with must be love on the brain. This is funny. This is not funny, but I don't know. I don't know because remember, I said some of this stuff he may be aware of already because this is what popped up, right? But this other stuff, he may not be aware of. He may not be aware of the spiritual hater. He may not be aware of the love on the brain. And we know who sings must be love on the brain. We know who sings that, right? Wait, that is Rihanna, right? Am I tripping? I'm a little out of sync, but I think she sing. Uh, I think she do, man. I don't know. Let's see this one. Photos, photo proof, getting evidence. So there is people trying to get some type of evidence on him. It could be past lovers. It could be people who wants to be his lovers. It could be paparazzis. It could be anybody. But somebody's taking pictures, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's the paparazzis because he knows about the paparazzis. This could be some other people trying to get some type of information on him, some type of pictures, catch him in some type of predicament. Let's just see. Let's go to my confirmation cards right quick. And don't forget about the shine. Yeah, because listen, once I remove the shine card, this is the next card that we have. Fake accounts. Fake social media accounts to spy. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Yeah, somebody. And this is somebody he's not aware of. You know, it's funny. What the hell was I gonna say? What did I get confirmation card? Oh yeah. So when it comes to I don't care about none of that. I care about this one right here, the love on the brain. When it comes to the T and love on the brain for Chris Brown, what can you tell us more about the love on the brain when it comes to the T? We got the Eight of Pentacles right here. When it comes to love on the brain, can you tell us more? Why is that here when it comes to the T for Chris Brown? Why is love on the brain here? Dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgia. Look at this. Yo. Ooh. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups talks about disappointment, abandonment, withdrawal, walking away, and leaving behind. If I'm correct, because I know it's somebody else out here who sound like Rihanna too, but I think Rihanna do sing this song called Love on the Brain. And what I do know, because her reading is the next one that I'm going to do, because somebody asked me to, but what I do know is that she is a water sign. And this is water. Eight of Cups is water all day. And we do know this is a situation where, you know, she probably was more than likely disappointed how things ended. You know, she more than likely, yes, she had to withdraw because social media would have never allowed her to stay with a guy that was abusive, right? She had to walk away and leave him behind. But unbeknownst to him, somebody, possibly Rihanna, still thinks about him. Yo, that is correct. Oh. Anything else? I said, was there anything else? And this is what we got. We got the Star card. This is how I'm looking at this. We know she is a star. We know she is a star. And that's what came out. What do you want me to say? We know she is a star, right? And this Star card talks about hope, and it talks about healing, and it talks about purpose, and it talks about spirituality and renewal, good omen and rejuvenation. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know. I don't know. At the bottom of the deck, this is what we have. We have the Queen of Swords right here at the bottom of the deck. And the Queen of Swords talks about unbiased judgment, justice, independent, clear boundaries, coldness, direct, communication, clear-minded, and perceptive. Yeah. So make of it what you want. Make of it what you will, but that's what I'm getting from my confirmation cards when it comes to love on the brain. And that's really all I cared about. I'm sorry. So I ain't finna ask for nothing else. Why nothing else is here when it comes to the T cards. Let's just keep it moving. It's funny. All right. Now, I want to use these cards right here. These cards are the cards that I want to use to see the type of females that Chris Brown attracts. Okay. So let's see. They've been pre-shuffled with him in mind. Let's see what's at the bottom. We got Moonlight. We got the Moonlight. We got to look that up. We got to look that up. Number 17. We got to look that up. Just like I said, it got to. We got to look that up. Let's see. What does that have to say when it comes to the type of females that Chris Brown attracts? So, this card talks about the subconscious mind, and it talks about reflecting, dreams, emotional response, contemplation, expression, intuition, memories, connection, personal needs, emotions, feelings, fears, and subconscious mind. The bad habits would be bad habits, regrets, hiding feelings, ignoring feelings, grief, responding emotionally, worry, nightmares, insomnia, restlessness, darkness, and cold. Wow. Okay. With the moon card being here, it could also be like a water sign as well. It may attract water signs. We have empathy. I'm sorry, the empath. Sorry, the empath. So the moon and the empath. So more than likely, this is, he attracts people who are very emotionally connected, meaning they can more than likely feel the emotions of others surrounding them. Okay, the empath. And remember, we got this moon right here. So let's just keep going. When it comes to Chris Brown, what type of females do he attract to him? Personality-wise. Personality-wise, physically. What type of females do Chris Brown attract to him? Damn, sit your ass down, sit your ass down. I don't know what this is, but you see this card? It just seemed like it want to come out. I'm going to let it come out. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm going to just let it come out because it's just, see, now everything right. And it's just fucking with me. Yo, at the bottom. This is funny. Okay, I got to look this one up. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen. Come on now. I got to look this one up because I really don't think I've ever got it for anyone. So I gotta look this up and see what it says. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, it talks about confidence, class, strong-minded, self-love, empowerment, independent, moral, standard, fearless, power, and self-control. In the reverse, well, let's not talk about it in the reverse because it didn't come out in the reverse. It's not in the reverse, so let's just, okay, so, damn, did I cut this? I don't know, but can I get 2 more cards regarding the type of females that Chris Brown attracts? I thought so, but I wasn't gonna say shit. 2 more, I mean 1 more. That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. But when them other cards came out, that's why I'm like, you know what? You know, that's why I didn't even read it in the reverse because, you know, when you know, you know. So that's why I just let the cards do what the cards do. All right. So anyway, we have The Mask, number 36. So this is how I was actually feeling, that he attracts people that often to pretend to be one way, but then ultimately and it was 7-11 on the clock, and ultimately he finds out who people really are. You know what I'm saying? And like I always tell people, you know, just because a person looks like a 10, okay, on the outside, the main thing you need to be concerned about is the inside. You know, and it takes a lot of people to get to that point where they don't care about what you look like. What they care about is your heart and your mind. That's what most people should care about, your heart and your mind. Because what I say, everything that glitters isn't gold. And that's what be killing me about these celebrities, especially these males. I swear, like, how dumb can you be? Like, seriously, you get with this female, she looked like a 10, and then you find out that, boom, she only wanted you for your money. Boom, she been fucking everybody in the industry. Boom, 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 boom. And then you go back and do the same thing. Like, straight up. If I was a celebrity or anybody with like a whole gang of money, you feel me? I would not fuck with another celebrity, an actor, no shit like that. No shit like that. I would not. Because history has shown what? What has it shown? People who do that. These fucking basketball players, these football players, they be with they one chick who done held it down from day one. Then as soon as they get this money, they want to leave them. You feel me? And then end up being fucked every single time. Like, come on. It's a pattern. Like, open up your eyes. They really don't care about you like that. They just care about what it is that you can do for them. It is what it is. You'll be very lucky and fortunate if you really do find a person that's in the industry that loves you for who you are and who's not trying to be in competition with you. You know what I'm saying? It just never works. It just never works. But let me look up this one right here because I don't want to read the wrong thing. I don't want to read the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yep. Yep, exactly what I thought. So the next, okay, after we have the mask, number 36, we have title. The title. And it's exactly what I said. The title, let me just read it to you. What I was trying to say is when you get with these people, these females that he get with, they have a mask on. And they feel like they're entitled to everything it is that he has just because. And then when they don't give it to him, want to piss this motherfucker off. And then you know what else. Then he's crazy. Then he's this. Then he's this. You got to be careful who you lay down with. You got, man, listen. The title talks about title role, expectations, entitlement, tags, labels, duties, name, position, characters, taking ownership, first name, fame, identity, observer, understanding, limitations, behavior, roles, organizations. Like, these people, look, it talks about fame, it talks about ownership, it talks about entitlement, tags, labels, man, like behaviors. Like, he just got to be more careful, man. And based off of those past life cards, it's like he always done dealt damn near with the same thing. But he's looking for true love. He's looking for real love. But as long as you only looking on the outside, my friend, you'll never find what it is that you want because you focus on the wrong thing. I wouldn't give a damn if I was with the most butt ugliest purple motherfucker over big as a house motherfucker. As long as you treat me right and respect me and love me unconditionally, you my motherfucking Nikki. We cool. It is what it is. Because I done learned that it doesn't matter how they look. I done been with some of the most handsomest motherfuckers. The most handsome. The pretty long curly hair. The muscles, the cars, and fuck all that bullshit. Because guess what? If they're handsome and attracted to you, what you think the next female gonna think? She gonna think the same thing. And if he's not strong enough, he going. He going. And it is what it is. But you live and you learn. And y'all need to teach y'all daughters that. And y'all need to teach y'all sons that too. Okay? Let's see what this one talk about. Let's face down. Whoo! Ain't that what I just said though? Ain't that what I just said? I just said he get with a person and they pretend to be one way. Look at it. Look at it. He get with a person and they pretend to be one way. Then they want to act like they entitled. Look, this face down. Whole time you seen the face down. Catfish. What is a catfish? Someone pretending to be something that they are not. And then here's the thing. This card right here, the student. I'm not going to look it up because a lot of times I don't even go off with the goddamn cards. You know, I go off of how I feel. The student, they are doing their research on you. They're doing their research on you. Chris, this is what they doing. They studying you. They finding out what it is you like, how you like it, when you like it, what town you gonna be in, what city you gonna be in, what hotel you gonna be in, who your baby mama, how much money you got in the bank account, how many cars you got, who you hang around with, what you like to drink, what you like. They're studying you. So once again, they can pretend to be who it is that they feel you want them to be. They are pretending. And then once you make it seem like, oh yeah, you're good for me, here comes the entitlement. You know? Mask off. Now you seeing this person for who it really is. But yet all he doing is trying to look for his soulmate. That's all he trying to do. That's all he's trying to do is look for his soulmate. His soulmate his spouse. That's all. I mean, homie, how old are you now, Chris? You're finna be 36. You just gotta do better, man. You just gotta do better. All right, I'ma put these cards to the side. Ooh, this one going longer than the Beyonce one. All right, yeah, I did Beyonce yesterday. That was hella interesting. But anyhow, I want to use these cards right here. These are the Hip Hop Queen cards. And I want to use these cards to see the type of females that he should be attracting. It doesn't really matter what type of female is on here. That doesn't mean that's who he should be with or whatever the case. But it's just more so what they bring to the table, you know. So that's what I want to use these cards right here for. So when it comes to Chris Brown, what type of females should he be attracting that would be good for him? Once again, when it comes to Chris Brown, what type of females should he be attracting to him that is good for him? Let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. Truth. Females who gonna tell you what it is when it comes to them, as well as what it is when it comes to you. Because remember, what did he say in that honesty card? I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. You want to be with somebody that you can trust and that you can be honest with, who's going to tell you the truth whether you want to hear it or not. That's the type of female he needs to be with. Not nobody that's going to kiss his ass simply because of who he is. He need a normal ass female. It's pretty ass females out here who is normal. Straight up. And then look, we have at the bottom of the deck, we have fight. Not meaning fight like physically fight, but fight for the relationship. That's what I'm feeling. Fight for the relationship. Not females that he's going to have to physically fight with and things of that nature. One more. Oh, shit. Okay. Look at this. I heard of this girl, but I don't really know who she is, but I've definitely heard of her. Okay, I'm a little old, but, you know. But I've heard of her name a lot. Look at this. This is what we have. Let's look it up and see what it talks about. Cash Doll. Wait, did I bring it over here? Yes, I did. Let's see. Do they go in alphabetical order here? I think they do. Yeah, they do. So she should be right over here. City Girl. Oh, I think I'm going in the wrong way. Where the hell is she at? Oh, that's why my slow ass. I'm looking for Cash Doll with the C. My bad. I'm looking for Cash Doll with a C. That's why I didn't find her. My bad. Oh, Lord. Here she go. Now, it talks about class, sophistication, and it talks about grace. This is the type of female, you know, that has these type of qualities that he needs to be with. Someone who has elegance, someone who has class as well as sophistication and grace. That's the type of female he should be with. that's like something like that, as well as this one right here when it talks about I ain't even finna say her name because everybody talk about the way I pronounce her name, so I'm gonna just show y'all. Okay. Okay. All right, so I call her Cizaya. Everybody else said her name is SZA. I've been calling her Cizaya forever. Whatever. But anyway, let's just go to her. She got a big booty though. Oh, let me see. Let's go right here and see what she has to say. Here she go. Talks about drive and fire. It says lust on here. So yeah, she has to more than likely have passion, you know what I'm saying, and fire in the bedroom. Okay. So yeah, we all need that. He needs someone that can meet him when it comes to the bedroom with the passion card coming out. Now this card, I don't know what this say because it's face down, but let's just move it over. Now, I want to talk about this one right here because this one is Megan Thee Stallion, and it talks about pride. So he needs to be with a female who has pride. You know what I'm saying? Where you at, girl? Where you at, Megan? Shout out to I don't know where she's from. I know she's from Texas. I'm from Texas too, so shout out to Texas. Pride right here, and it talks about boldness and brazenness. Okay. Spirit, celebrate conscience. Celebrate light. Okay, I was just reading what it says. Let's see what this one has to say. Woohoo! I knew it was gonna be some shit like that. Hold on. It's Janelle Monáe. That was the one that was face down. Here we go. It talks about freedom, flow, and it talks about exploration. Like with this card coming out for me, it's more so like, even though I'm reading what the cards say, it's especially with Megan Thee Stallion right here. I feel like he needs someone who's like not country, but like similar to like a Southern Belle or somebody with deep home roots, you know, things of that nature. Someone who knows how to cook some collard greens and some hot water cornbread and some candy yams, something like that. This is what I'm feeling with this Megan Thee Stallion card, you know. Passion. When the passion card came out, I felt like someone who's gonna inspire him, give him the energy, the motivation to keep going, even on days where he feel like he just don't want to go. Yes, Cash Doll, of course, somebody who is cute. Got to be someone that he's attracted to, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But this right here with Janelle Monáe, it has freedom on here. This card talks about freedom. Somebody who's going to allow him to be himself without judgment. And at times where he is doing something that he shouldn't be doing, be in a position to be truthful with him, talk to him, someone he can communicate with, someone who actually understands him without judgment. He got the world judging him. He don't need that in his household. I said his household. His household, he don't need that. He needs someone who will understand him and accept him for who he is. Someone who will go through the trenches, get all dirty, wet, and everything, and still come out on top, being right next to him, regardless of what everybody say. Lift him up, encourage. That's the type of female that he needs in his life. But more than likely, he's with females who want to be in their nice cars, who want to uplift their bun, you feel me, uplift their breasts, get a tummy tuck, you know, things of that nature, all that physical stuff that really ain't gonna matter at the end of the day. That's just costing him more money. More money. Yeah, some of these females do have their own platform, you know what I'm saying? But shit, we're not talking about Rihanna. We're not talking about Rihanna in this sense, okay? I'm talking about other females. Tell you one thing, once they find out that they are connected to Chris Brown, I bet you those Instagram subscribers and everything else go all the way up. You feel me? So here's my thing. I ain't even finna say nothing because this ain't even, I'm not, boy, I ain't finna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just leave these cards right on over here and keep it moving. We almost done. Just keep it moving because I could say a whole lot, but you know, what the fuck difference does it make? All right, here we go. Let's use these cards right here. Damn. These cards are the cards that I was finna use and say once again regarding the type of females that Chris Brown attracts. Now at the bottom of the deck, we have the sword and the rose, right? And it talks about clarity, truth, revelation, solitary, force, honor, protection, and power. Followed by I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, want to date. Yeah, they see him. Ooh, I like him. Let's flirt. Let's date. Yeah. But once all the I like you, the flirt, and y'all actually together, when it comes to the overall intentions, when it comes to the overall intentions of the females that want to date or have been with Chris Brown over the years, what are they intentions? When it comes to the females that Chris Brown attracts, has date, and want to date him, what are they overall intentions? The Grim Reaper. This relationship is over. No second chances. Grow, transform your life. That's what's at the bottom of the deck, Lord. What are their overall intentions? So their overall intentions, according to these cards right here, is to get an engagement ring. You know. Three cards. What is that? Came to the side. Oh, shit. God damn it. Okay. So these are the cards that came out. So we have soulmate. Soulmate is faced up. When I said when it comes to the overall intentions of the females that he has dated and that likes him and attract. So we have soulmate. Now, remember, I said that's all he wants. I said that's all he wants. See, we can't see these cards. I don't know what the hell they say. We can't see these cards. But we do know that when he's by himself, what does he think about? Love. Being in a relationship. In his past, his spouse. So we know, you know what I'm saying? So that, like I said, study. These females are looking him up and studying him to see what it is that he wants, you know? So yes, I feel like they will present themselves to him as their soulmate. But let's just see what these three cards have to say. Wedding rings. married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So we had engagement ring, now we got soulmate, and then we got wedding ring, followed by mask. I said that shit. I said that shit. I said it. But anyway, it says not showing their true feelings, hiding, pretending, delude, and gaslighting. Well, duh. Because it's something that they want. They really don't want him. They really don't want what he wants. If you get engaged, you get married to the man, you set for the next 18 years. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. That's just what it is. These people don't love you, dog. These females do not love you. They are pretending. They love how the cars, the clothes, the hair, the nails, the fancy, the pictures they love the social light. They love that, but they don't love you. And I'm sorry. What is this one? Yeah, man. You must make healthy choices. You must make healthy choices. You must know who you getting in the bed with. You must know. Because people out here are faking the funk until they get that engagement ring, till they get married. They're going to pretend to be everything it is that you want until they tired of you and ready to go be with another celebrity or an athlete or act, whatever the case may be. Need to make healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, and being happier. You're never going to find your happiness with someone else. You have to find your happiness within, because people will always let you down, just like with this honesty card. You can't always expect the truth from others, but you can't keep lying to yourself. It'll eat you up. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have TikTok. I said TikTok. That's my other cards. At the bottom of the deck, we have clock. And it talks about needs time, takes time, end cycles, time to heal, and progress. This is what needs to happen in order for you to make healthy choices. You can't get out of one relationship and jump into the next relationship. You haven't learned your lesson from the last one. And then you bring baggage along. I'm tired. My energy is so freaking drained right now. But anyway, let's just keep it moving. Okay. Now, I want to use these cards right here. These are the Romance Angel cards, and I want to use these cards to see if Chris Brown will ever find true love. Will he ever find his soulmate? All right? When it comes to Chris Brown, will he ever find true love? Will he ever find his soulmate? At the bottom of the deck, we got honeymoon. And it talks about enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Cut the deck. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So here's the thing. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. But remember the cards earlier? Damn, where'd it go? Where is it at? Was it over here? When it talked about, when it was talking about control. It's not control. Wait a minute. Which one was it? Oh, yeah. Sorry. It was this one. This one, which was the one at the bottom of the deck. Right here. The patience card. Remember, that was at the bottom of the deck when it came to the soul's lesson, journey, oracle cards. And it talks about, I accept that everything happens in divine order. You have to have patience. You can't rush into anything. So yes, he will find true love. And this person is worth waiting for. What does it say? Divine timing is at work in your love life. But as long as he keep jumping from this one to that one and that one to this one and da, you're going to keep meeting another broad that ain't worth your time. And who just going to mess you up even more in the head. Then you're going to have to heal again and start all over. Will Chris Brown ever have true love? Will he ever find his soulmate? 3 cards, please. All right. Yes, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. He has a lot of healing to do. He has a lot of healing to do. Yes, he needs to pay attention to the red flags. He never pays attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. That's what he never do. He never pay attention to the red flags. That's the problem. Look at that. Look at that. What's at the top? Soulmate. Right there. What's at the bottom? Honeymoon. Stop playing with me, man. He will. She just needs some things. He needs some shit. Look at that. Listen. Damn, which way did it come out? They like this. The bottom of the deck, we have flirt, and it talks about extend your light-hearted energy to each other. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. To each other, I'm sorry. Wait, to others. Listen. What does this say? Calling in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, your affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Calling in your soulmate. Followed by, this could be the one. You have already met your romantic partner. You see, ain't that what this card said? Didn't it say more than likely his soulmate is someone he done already been with in a past lifetime? This is what the romance angel cards are saying, the exact same thing. Followed by engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. He will have love. He will have true love. I just don't know when. And I don't have the energy to try to figure it out because we almost done. But he will have it. He'll have it. Just have to wait till everything is in alignment. All right. These are the cards that I like to use for my within the next 30-day readings. All right. So within the next 30 days, what is it that Chris Brown needs to know? Overall, within the next 30 days, what is it that Chris Brown needs to know? Oh, the bottom of the deck, we got heartache and loss. Followed by challenges and obstacles. Okay. solar plexus at the bottom of the deck. Wait, did I do that already? I can't even fucking remember. Solitude. Yeah, he needs to go into solitude within the next 30 days, like for reflection. Can I get 3 cards, please, for Chris Brown? Whatever this is, within the next 30 days, although we had this at the bottom of the deck, he will have triumph and success over it. Okay? It popped back up. 2 more cards, please, within the next 30 days. What is it that Chris Brown needs to know? Oh, shit. I don't know if I should have tucked that one. But, so, right here, I'm not for sure if I should have tucked that one. I'm going to keep it face down, although I saw it, but I'm not really for sure if I should have tucked it or not. But I'll do a use my confirmation cards to see if I was supposed to take it or not. But anyhow, this is what I have. This is how the cards came out. We have, within the next 30 days, remember we had the triumph and success, followed by stand your ground. Now, we do have the shadow right here. But remember, I said there is some work that needs to be done with the solitude card. There is some work that needs to be done when it comes to Chris Brown. Once that work is done, there will be prosperity. Overall, there will be prosperity. Okay? So that's what I have for him within the next 30 days. Like I said, there may be some type of heartache and loss, but he will overcome this if he stands his ground. And, you know, with this shadow right here, take care of this shit right here, and you will have prosperity. And he's capable of doing it because we have the power card. He has the power to do this. And not only do he has the power to do this, he has the goddamn wisdom to make it happen as well. He ain't stupid. All he has to do is have patience and plan this thing out correctly. Then we got this right here. Okay? Now, this card right here, I wasn't for sure if I should have, if I was supposed to pull it out or not, but I did. But I'm going to use my confirmation card to see if I should have or if I shouldn't. All right. So it was this card right here, spiritual union, which is like the 2 of cups, which is love again. But I wasn't for sure. So let's just use the confirmation cards and see what they have to say. Interesting. At the bottom of this particular deck, my confirmation, we have the 2 of swords. Oh, shit. Damn, these 2 tried to flip over. We have the 2 of swords right here. And the 2 of swords talks about making a decision, making a difficult decision, weighing your options, thinking before your decisions and choices. So, I don't know, but 2 of swords, and then this 2 right here. So maybe I don't know. But let's just see. Then we have the 5 of swords right here. And it talks about conflict, loss, disagreement, defeat, winning at all costs, abusive relationships, sneakiness, bulliness, and theft. Theft. Remember, with the despair, afraid of losing it all in prison behind some woman or some shit like that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out here, which also lets me know, which probably has a lot to do with the standing your ground and the shadow aspect of this right here, of this situation within the next 30 days. Why is this 2, the spiritual union card here for Chris Brown? Is this 2 spiritual union card supposed to be here for Chris Brown? Oh, shit. Was I supposed to pull this 2 right here for Chris Brown for the spiritual union? Ooh, I think I was. Look what we got at the bottom of the deck. We got the Queen of Cups. Maybe I was. I don't know. Anything else when it comes to this two spiritual union? Fuck. Okay, look, it's right here. This is more water. This is the Chariot. Something is coming towards him. After this card came, there's two here. There's two cards, there's two piles right here. After some bullshit right here, because this card came back out. This Five of Swords, after this bullshit, this is probably where this heartache and loss and stand your ground and triumph and success. After that shit happens, there's gonna be an ending. There's gonna be some type of ending, right? Followed by the Chariot card. Okay, so yes, I was supposed to pull this card out. I was supposed to pull it out. And then look, once I move the Death card, look what we have right here. Ooh! We have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands talks about celebration, harmony, marriage, engagement, community, domestic happiness, creativity, and freedom. And lo and behold, my confirmation card says the Two of Cups again. And the Two of Cups talks about unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. So yes, I was supposed to pull it. All right, God damn it, I'm tired now. And it's with the Chariot. Man. I don't know. It could be with a water sign. I don't know. Could be. Hold on. Let's keep these cards here. Yeah. All right. Now, I normally don't do this, but I just want to see, is there anything else? Well, I guess so. It says at the bottom of the deck right here, we have judgment, rebirth, inner calling, a new phase, reckoning, awakening, forgiveness, and mercy. I was finna pull some cards right here, but I think this is fair enough with the judgment card being right here. So it's getting kind of long. So let's get ready to close out this reading for Chris Brown. So overall, to close out this reading for Chris Brown, what is it that you would like him to know overall? At the bottom of the deck, it says, the person you are asking about is trustworthy. Thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationship. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. Yeah, damn right. That was at the bottom of the deck. These are the Archangel Michael cards. Wow. Pay attention to your dreams. All right. Close out this reading for Chris Brown. Overall, what would you like him to know? It says you created this situation and you have the power to change it. Woo, shit. Well, you see, that's the card right here. At the bottom of the deck, we have forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. I ask that you help me let go of self-blame. Listen, self-blame. I ask you to help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Remember that forgiveness card kept coming out in the beginning. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. Wow, that's crazy. This is what's at the bottom of the deck. And then what is this? Let go of fear now. Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy toxic or ego-based thoughts or feelings. Remember the envy card. Man. All this man wants is to have freedom and peace and someone that he can trust, man. I'm done with these readings. Y'all leave me alone about these damn celebrities. With that being said, I am Queen Von Shay Tarot. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And remember, you can always email me for your personal private tarot card reading. I do your reading just like I'm doing right now, and I send it to you on a unlisted link. No one will have access to it but you. This is what I do. If you would like to have some insight on you or anyone surrounding you, hit me up. It's always free. I'm out, and thank you for your time.